Hey, I'm Keith from Banshee here at Sea Otter, going to talk to you about the Banshee Legend MK II. This is our new full-on downhill race machine. It's specifically made for downhill racing. It's, no compromise, full-on, low, slung, slack head angle, and it's been tested and developed over a course of almost 5 years now. It's been in process for a long time. We've had 50 of the Mark I's out there, being tested by regular riders who race from around the world, lots of engineers and World Cup riders, and so we've taken all that feedback and put it into this frame to make it the best frame it can possibly be. The initial sort of idea of this frame was to have a virtual pivot system, but with the shock as low in the frame as possible, because the shock is a heavy component in any frame, especially when you've got a 9.5 by 3 inch stroke shock such as this. And so by keeping it low in the frame, it means your centre of gravity is right down between your feet, which means that it makes the bike easy to lean over into corners, makes it stable, and this thing just rips. The pivots all run in fully sealed deep groove I&A bearings, which are located in the 4 different pivots, and they run on titanium axles, titanium bolts, custom made for us, just to reduce the weight and add that little bit of bling. Why not? The frame is about 8.5 pounds. It's not a super light bike, but it's strong. And to be honest, when you pedal this thing, it goes like it's a super light bike. It really accelerates really quickly. It's got a nice rearward axle path initially, but at the end it comes forward a bit to reduce chain stretch at the end, so you're not getting pedal kickback off the pedals like you do in some bikes. You'll just find that when you go through rock gardens, you can plough the bike, but it's also got a slightly lively feel that if you're one of those riders who's really aggressive with their bike and likes to pop from one side of the course to the other, just pick a new line, you can lift this bike and jump it across quite easily. Some bikes, it's a little bit difficult to get air when you want it, whereas this bike, it gives you traction when you want it, but you can also pop it and get air. And because the frame is so stiff laterally, we've got internal ribs throughout here, this has all been FEA designed so that it's super stiff, but as little weight as possible. And the frame really, when you corner it, it's a pretty amazing bike because it just sticks to the line. It's like it's on rails, and if you try one, you'll see exactly what I mean. The bike is full 7005 series T6 heat treated aluminium. Top end, not many people do that. It's about 33% stronger than most 6000 series aluminiums, which means that we can create a stronger frame for less weight. The canoe part down here and some of the other parts are all cold forged. Forging aligns the material, the grain of the material, which basically gets you a little bit of extra strength for the same weight. Is designed so that this whole part here, the basement, basically takes all the forces from the shock and the pivot locations and keeps them within a cage. So it basically dispels forces away from the tubes and it keeps them all enclosed in that area, which is bulky and strong and really designed to manage the forces. The Legend has 8 inches of travel, or 200 millimeters, and the head angle on it is 63.8 degrees, depending on how you set up your fork, but with a standard fork at standard height, that is the head angle. The bottom bracket height is 13.7 inches, and once you get riding this thing, you'll find it's pretty low. Pedal strikes, if you're not used to a downhill bike, might be an issue, but you guys who are fast know how to handle that. And I think you'll find that this thing just really sits into the travel and is predictable, controlled, and you'll just find yourself riding faster when you get on it. So go out there, try one out, and the bike will show you what it's all about really, and I hope you like it.